Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kenzie, and as I said in my Halloween video, this year I'm trying something new, and I really want to place a greater emphasis on All Saints Day. So for the first time in my life, I would say, I am celebrating All Saints Day. Again, this is new for me, so right now my goal is to just kind of plan out what I want to do and everything like that. So we'll see how it goes. And I've got my son with me because he just woke up from a nap and he just likes to be held. As you probably know, All Saints Day takes place on November 1st. So it is the day after Halloween. And so in the past, the extent of my All Saints Day celebrations was going to Mass because it is a holy day of obligation. And then beyond that, all it was me saying, Happy All Saints Day to my Catholic friends. And that's literally all I ever did. But as I was saying before, I want to place a greater emphasis on this feast day for my children. And so I thought it would be fun to try to actually take some time and celebrate this feast day. Now there are some great resources online, especially on Pinterest, with different ideas and ways to celebrate All Saints Day. So I went through and gathered them all up and picked out the ones that I am planning on doing this year. One thing that I've been finding interesting about All Saints Day as I've been researching some ideas for celebration is that because it isn't very much of a secularized holiday, there aren't a lot of clear guidelines on how people typically celebrate other than dressing up as the saints. And I'm not sure if that originated just because Halloween is a day before or how that all happened, but it seems like dressing up your children as the saints is a common thing to do on All Saints Day. So I'd like for my family to take part in that. I think it'd be really fun to dress up the kids like certain saints. I'm not sure which saints we will choose yet, but I think that would be a really fun thing to do. So I'm writing down that we want to dress up as saints. I was also thinking about the holidays we celebrate throughout the year, and it seems like a few main things happen. There's always food that is associated with the holiday, and then usually some sort of decorations. And I'm not quite sure what I'll end up doing, but I definitely think it would be fun to do foods based on saints. So maybe if there's something like a certain food that relates to a story of a saint, to incorporate that into the meal. And so I've been looking into some ideas for foods. There's some good ideas online, but a lot of them are snack type of foods. I'm trying to put together more of a full meal for dinner. I'm looking up and trying to gather some inspiration. And then of course, All Saints Day decorations are not sold in stores, at least not that I've seen. I haven't really hunted for them, but I don't recall ever seeing decorations like at Target or Walmart or something like that specifically for All Saints Day. So, and I don't think I need to go crazy on the decorations, especially for this year, but some ideas could be things that have saints on them or something like that. But I have this banner up on our fireplace that I think I want to take down and replace, but it says Happy Halloween. It's just letters, but I thought it might be cool to say either Happy All Saints Day or Pray for Us or All Saints Pray for Us, something like that. It could be kind of a fun decoration to make and have. I think I'd have to make it myself. So, but yeah, for this year, I think I might just do a banner that says something related to All Saints Day, and then perhaps in future years start kind of adding on to my decorations for All Saints Day. Another thing I'd like to incorporate is some type of game, and I found several ideas for games online, but what I like the best are, and I don't know if I found this or I thought of this, but I kind of thought of it and I think I might have seen one, but anyway, so you know the game Guess Who, I guess it'd be called like a board game where there's little people and then you lift the flaps and you have to guess who that person is by asking questions to your opponent about the different characteristics of that person. I thought it might be cool to replace those little squares of people with saints, and then you could ask questions not just about what they look like, but you could also ask about certain attributes of their life, like maybe is this person a martyr? Something like that. So I thought Guess Who would be pretty cool. And then I also thought trivia. So something that's fun, but a little bit educational, just so that my kids can start to gain a greater understanding of the saints in a very fun and light way. And of course, we will be going to Mass on this day, so that'll be something else that we'll do as a family too. And then my all-time favorite idea. So I went onto Facebook and I just searched All Saints Day ideas in the little search bar, and in one of the groups that I'm in, like a Catholic group for moms, this one lady's post came up, and I just thought it was the coolest idea. Okay, so imagine this. So you take different lunch bags, and on each one, she said she wrote or drew little crests that represented each saint, but I think you could probably like print out a picture of each saint, but something where you have several of these bags, and then each one has something that represents a different saint. And you can do as many as you want. And then she took little battery operated tea lights, placed them inside the bags, and then lined her driveway. And then, so that was cool because in the evening, her driveway was lined with these bags and each one represented a different saint. Well, then it gets cooler because then her whole family would watch a movie about saints together, like the kids and everything. And then while they were watching the movie, she would sneak away, go out and grab these lanterns and put them in their rooms. And then when they went in to go to bed, their rooms were lit up with all of these lanterns, and then each one represented a saint. I forget exactly how she worded it, but it was just talking about like remembering all these people who are in heaven, and just the saints illuminating everything among us. I just thought that that was so cool. So that's probably the #1 tradition that I'd like to establish. We'll see how it goes this year, because again, I've never done it before, but I just think that that was such a fun, cool, unique experience. And for a kid to grow up having just that little fun thing, I just think it's an awesome way to generate some excitement for our faith, for the saints, for heaven, and I just love that idea. So thank you, random lady on Facebook, for your awesome idea. But yeah, so those are my plans this year. Again, nothing crazy, it's just gonna be our immediate family, and we'll see how it goes. Again, it's not something that I've had a lot of experience with celebrating. I don't know people personally who have shared with me their celebration of All Saints Day, or if they have traditions, things like that that they've established, other than I've seen people who dress up their kids as saints on that day. So this will be really fun, and if you have celebrated All Saints Day or wish to, or if you have any thoughts on celebration of it at all, I would love to hear your input. So comment below, and I will try to make sure that I film whatever we end up doing. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.